girl froze when she saw her fiancé's room walls were covered with photos of her, and even things she had lost years ago were all kept like treasure. That's when she realized the cold, distant CEO who don't want to marry her was actually her biggest fan. Their marriage was arranged by family and they had never met, so he did not know his fiancé was his favorite idol. He rejected the marriage and set strict rules saying it was only a deal and it would end in 1 year. The girl was secretly excited to see his reaction when he found out the truth. Actually, in reality, the girl was an unknown actress who had worked for 5 years without gaining attention. After years of investment with no results, her company gave up on her and forced her out with no choice left. She returned to her family and accepted a marriage with CEO she had never met. That night, she posted a message announcing her retirement. When the CEO saw that post, he was completely shaken. He broke down alone in the rain just as the girl was about to delete her account. She saw a news story about a CEO crying in a luxury car and realized it was her fiancé. She felt confused because she had never trended yet. He trended from 1 tier, and even more surprising, the so-called cold CEO looked like a heartbroken child. The next morning, she received a call from CEO. He clearly stated that he already loved someone and the marriage was just a deal, and after marriage, they would not interfere in each other's lives. She laughed at his words. He also made it clear that to prevent future trouble, they must sign an agreement immediately. Soon, the CEO arrived at her home, and the girl watched him from the stairs while brushing her teeth and admitted he looked impressive and nothing like the scary rumors. Then she saw a familiar bracelet on his wrist. It was a special bracelet from her first career anniversary, and she shook her head, thinking it must be a mistake. Her father told her to hurry and change, but the CEO lost patience. He placed the agreement down and left. She only saw his back as he walked away. On the way back, he saw an ad for a custom ring and called her fiancé, saying there would be no wedding ring and no public announcement. She replied she also wished that no one knew they married and said goodbye. That night, he called again, saying she was not allowed to enter his home. Over the next days, he kept sending new rules. Her messages and emails were flooded with updates. Finally, he added she must not fall for him, and she promised she never would. The next day, she carried a mountain of agreements to his house. The maid was excited when they saw her because the young master's study was filled with her photos and merchandise. She was confused until she entered the study and discovered the CEO's secret crush was herself. At that moment, he called her urgently, telling her to leave the room and that everything inside was very important to him. She wanted to tease him, but he complained, thinking his idol retired because she was marrying someone else, and cursed the lucky man who got her. She felt amused and touched. On their marriage registration day, she stopped at a flower shop, thinking even a contract marriage deserved a memory. The CEO's car stopped nearby, and he called her asking what color clothes she wore, so he would not mistake her. "You'll know when you see me," she replied after hanging up. He suddenly saw a girl by the road. His heart raced. Realizing the woman he admired was there, he called her again, tried to delay the registration just to speak to her for a moment. When the girl finally saw him, she approached him calmly and said, "How are you, fiancé?" His eyes widened in shock.